With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. They're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mixon again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline.
going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd down and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And bulldozing his way through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And they go play action now. Burrow. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30.
You thought you had it.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. First down. Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a handoff looking right. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are
taking it right down Broadway. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from the 20. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back now in Baltimore. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. pressure too much. Down he goes. Alton Robinson showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a give to Mixon. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
12.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this time he is in. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able this one across the 35. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa